What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. Today we're gonna do something a little different. Got to figure out where our boy is. Okay, I haven't done many baseball history videos. Can I edit? You can't edit like Legends though. I haven't done many baseball history videos, but this is going to be one of them. It originally started off as a crying with Kush. I guess like my the wrong thing. It's my little whatchamacallit, where whenever I cry I try to make a YouTube video on it. Because I got that idea. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and find Mr. Ted Williams. How's he not 99? Come on, man. Anyways, there's Teddy Ballgame. But yeah, I got that idea from that actress Madeline. Is it Madeline or Madeleine? I've literally never heard her name said. I'm like not big on celebrity culture at all, but it's spelled like Madeleine. I'm just gonna say Madeline Petch. She's on that show Riverdale, I believe. It's literally all I know her from. Hope I got that right. But anyways, she puts up an Instagram post every time she cries. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's it's really open and honest. I try to be open and honest as possible. It includes my emotions, especially. And I consider myself a pretty emotional guy. And I decided I was going to make a video every time I cried called Crying with Kush. It pretty much writes itself. And we spell crying with a K, of course. Uh, anyways, this video is about Mr. Ted Williams, Teddy Ballgame. You're looking at him right now. And Ted Williams is one of my favorite people in the history of Major League Baseball, not just as a player, but just as a human being. Yeah, I believe he was a Republican. Not, I believe he's conservative as well. I may have that wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was at least a Republican. Back then, there were actually liberal Republicans. Crazy now, I know, but yeah, but he was actually big on standing up for Negro League players and civil rights. We're going to read. First of all, we're going to start reading a quote from his Hall of Fame speech. I hope that someday, excuse me, damn it, I was closing some other tab and went over to the tab on the far right for some reason. I hope that someday the names of Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson can be added to the symbol of the great Negro League players that are not here only because they were not given a chance. Williams told the crowd that day. It wasn't the first time Williams had championed the cause of Negro League players. And I'm going to leave a link into that in the description so you can do more reading on that. I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this video is about, but I greatly respect him for that. I will leave links to both that and the video about, or the article about his Korean War service. So, this video, God damn it, I'm so sorry. YouTube has broken my brain. Like, everything's a video. This article is called When Ted Williams Went Back to War. So, I guess most people know, maybe not, that Ted Williams fought in World War II, was a fighter pilot. And I think a lesser known fact is that he actually went back to the Korean War in the 50s. All right, here you go. Hall of Famer lost nearly 5 full seasons while serving in 2 wars. We're going to read it straight through. Some of the greatest players in baseball history lost multiple years of their careers while serving in the military, but Ted Williams is a special case. After being drafted in 1942, the splendid Splinter served in the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps in World War II. He returned to the Red Sox in 1946. 6 years later, Williams was called to active duty again, this time to serve in the Korean War. Williams is one of 2 members in the National Baseball Hall of Fame and only Hall of Fame player to serve in multiple wars. Today marks the date in 1952 when the Marines selected Williams from a list of inactive reserves for service in Korea. And this article was written on January 8, 2025. According to Ben Bradley's book, The Kid, The Immortal Life of Ted Williams, Williams was surprised by the news. While he knew he was technically eligible, Williams purportedly had made an informal agreement with then Commander Alexander Vandergrift at the end of World War II, consenting to remain in the reserves to help with recruiting with the understanding that he would be called back to active duty. A captain directly involved with the selection process later told friends that when the Marines selected Ted Williams for a duty a second time, they didn't realize it was the ball player. Wow. Okay, I did not know that. That is wild. This man literally could have perished in war, and he could have been the wrong Ted Williams. Williams attended spring training and played 6 games early in the 1952 season before returning to active duty. The Red Sox held Ted Williams Day in front of 24,764 fans at Fenway Park on April 30th, 1952. Is that day still do Ted Williams Day? The date of the Williams' last game before return to service. The Red Sox pledged. I'm asking, by the way. I don't know. I'm asking, do they still do Ted Williams Day? They should. The Red Sox pledged to pay Williams full $85,000 salary 1952, and friends gifted the slugger with a Cadillac. I've always believed that one of the finest things that could happen to any ball player was to have a day for him. And my being honored today with such little advanced fanfare makes me feel humbly honored, Williams said in a speech before the game. Little did I realize in 1938 that I was joining such a wonderful organization and I was to be with so grand an owner. I wish I could remain all summer, for I feel sure the Red Sox will surprise a lot of people. I love how optimistic he was. He's like a fan of the team. I do hope you fans stick with them. This is a day I'll remember as long as I live, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. In typical Williams fashion, the slugger hit a tie-breaking two-run homer in the bottom of the seventh, propelling Boston to a 5-3 win over the Tigers. How much pressure do you think was on those relievers to hold on to that win? He didn't get another MLB plate appearance until August 6, 1953. All told, Williams spent nearly 5 full seasons of his career serving in the military rather than playing for the Red Sox. Here are his games played totals for 1942 to 44 and 1952 to 1953. 42 he played 0 games, 43 he played 0 games, 44 he played 0 games, 1952 he played 6 games, 53 he played 37 games. That's 30 or God, man, I think I'm dyslexic sometimes. Like I'm big, like getting numbers backwards. That's 43 total games over 5 seasons. And these were prime years, covering his age 24 season through his age 26 season, as well as his age 33 and 34 seasons. To be clear, Williams' numbers are outstanding and his place in baseball history is secure. Of course. He won 2 MVP awards and collected 2,654 hits, 2,221 hits or walks, 521 home runs, 525 doubles while batting 344, 482, 634 slash. He hit 406 in 1941, making him the last batting title qualifier to finish a season with a 400 average or better. Many regard him as the best hitter who ever lived. Is it just me, or is this making me want to watch all of Ken Burns' baseball again, for like the millionth time? Still, it's hard not to wonder what Williams' numbers would have looked like without the interruptions. That's true. But he had a higher calling. Both times Williams left for service, he didn't miss a beat. Here we go. That's about to get good. In his first full season after World War II, Williams won his MVP award. This always blows my mind. One of the most mind-blowing facts I've ever heard about baseball. I need to do a mind-blowing baseball facts part 2. I've done one before. Finishing with 38 homers, 123 RBIs, 342 average, and leading the majors in OBP with a 497, slugging 667, 156 walks, 142 runs, over 150 games, man. Boy, that boy was special. That's crazy. You were off in war, and then you just come back, you're like, all right, back to just balling, like on a ridiculous, impossible level. What a hero. In the like purest sense of the word. He's a real man. When he returned to the Korean War in 1953, Williams played 37 games, 26 starts for Boston down the stretch, but it was a 407, 509, 901 slash. Damn it, that boy could hit. Line and 13 homers. He missed time due to a fractured collarbone the following season, but in 117 games, he recorded 345 average with 29 homers, while leading the MLB and OBP with a 513 and a 1,148 OPS. And remember, he did all of this after taking part in active combat. That's what blows my mind. It's not like he was just over there like cooking for people. Like during his tour of duty in Korea, Williams flew 39 missions and was hit 3 times in combat. In fact, he had to make a crash landing after his plane took damage on the first mission. Bro, he could have perished. We might not have ever had Ted Williams like the Ted Williams we know. Future astronaut and U.S. Senator John Glenn, one of my heroes as well, was in the same squadron. Damn, this article's blowing my mind. I did not read it. There was no pre-read before this. This is crazy. He didn't shirk his duty at all, Williams. I wish this article never end. I don't even like reading out loud. You know that. Glenn said of Williams, he got in there and dug him out like everybody else. He never mentioned baseball unless somebody else brought it up. He was there to do a job. We all were. He was just one of the guys. Bro. In 1953, Williams was hospitalized with pneumonia and diagnosed with an inner ear infection that disqualified him from duty as a pilot. He received his discharge from the Marines on July 28, 1953, and was back with the Red Sox less than 2 weeks later. Man, he was happy. Given his performance upon returning from each of his tours of duty, it's not far-fetched to project that Williams also would have been great in the years he missed. Of course. It's his prime. While it's impossible to know exactly how he would have performed, we can get a sense of the production he lost based on what he actually did before and after his military service. Here are his average numbers. I'm not reading those. He goes over his averages. If we merge the hypothetical numbers with Williams' actual numbers, It's clear that Williams very likely would have reached some incredibly rare statistical figures had he not been called to military. I mean, I'm just going to say, like, make like a bold thing. Like, I think he would have hit 400 multiple times, at least 2 or 3 times. Like, this man was not normal. We're talking more than like hitting was legit a science. Did he write a book called like The Science of Hitting or something? I want that book. We're talking more than 3,400 hits, 660 homers, 2,400 RBIs, 2,600 walks, 6,000 times on base, and a 160 baseball reference wins above replacement. Oh my God. Man, the numbers just do it for me. Baseball numbers and women. I think those are the two things that get my motor running like nothing else for whatever reason. Here's how many players have reached these marks: 3,400 hits, 8. This is ever, by the way. Not just Hall of Famers, ever. 660 homers, 6. 2,400 RBIs, 0. 2,600 walks, 0. 6,000 times on base, 0. 160 B WAR, 4. Man, Ted Williams, bro. This is the last paragraph. In reality, Williams fell more than 300 hits short of 3,000, and he didn't join the 500 home run club until his last season in 1960. Teddy Ballgame remained a hitting force until the very end, finishing the year with 1,096 OPS and homering his final at bat. Oh, come on, man. Damn it, they made me cry. I tried to get the whole video. We're not doing a cry with it. It's cry with because I'm not going to cry. I mean, the video. He homering his final at bat. Man, fuck. Rest in peace, Teddy Ballgame. Thank you for being who you were. Thank you for being one of my heroes. And a damn hidden fool, baby. See ya.